This story will cover from then to now and next, all about change, how to turn losers into winners. They're almost everywhere on the planet, unchanged over time, varied beyond belief. No, not these tourists on a cruise in the Galapagos Islands, but rather a very popular symbol, known and loved worldwide. Yes, it's Kermit, folks, star of the multi-million-dollar Muppets business. But many of his real-life relatives are hardly known at all. In fact, some rather special ones are still being discovered, as we'll see later. With hopefully no frog's legs on the menu, the list of amphibians, that's frogs, toads, newts, salamanders and the mysterious Sicilians, adding up to an amazing 7,000 species. And they just happen to be becoming some of the most important creatures on Earth, even as far as human survival is concerned. Around half of those 7,000 species are threatened with extinction, and over 250 species have not been seen since the turn of this century. But a few have appeared against the odds, and they provide a glimmer of hope and could hold vital clues as to how we stem the largest loss in biodiversity since humans appeared on the Earth. Now we can help. A classic case of winners and losers, and maybe winners again if we heed their warnings from the wild. Some can even fly, or at least glide. Amphibians and their great variety led to the reptiles, not so tied to water, and descended in the story of life on Earth from animals with no backbones like insects and other invertebrates. And another flying frog, with the right feed for gliding and hanging on in the jungle. They're agile both on land or in water, these amphibians. Even, in the past, useful too if you thought you were pregnant. An injection of urine into the female clawed toad would produce eggs within a short time. These toads are entirely aquatic, and a reminder of how important water is to this remarkable group of animals. As the climate changes around the world, these often inconspicuous little creatures may have a message for us. Not like a visitor trying to keep the rain out in a Costa Rican rainforest. Perfect place for frogs and toads, or at least you might think so. And it's a protected place too. The Monteverde Cloud Forest Reserve, with one particular species in mind. It's not a hummingbird. And they're doing fine. These are not. They're in fact extinct. And this is the only place on Earth where they were. Lots of them. When they gathered to breed. 1,500 in 5 pools in 1987. 48,000 eggs laid. Well, what could possibly go wrong? And is there anything we can do?
Okay, so what we've got in here is we've got the golden Columbian dart frog. Now these guys, they're the most poisonous animal on the planet. So in the wild, what they'll do is they'll eat ants and termites that will build up their toxins, and they've actually suggested that they're that poisonous that if you touched one, it would be fatal to you. So we've been breeding them here at Slimbridge, and what we do is we use a technique called Tadpole Tea to rear up the tadpoles, and we'll use red bush tea bags to do this. So what I'll do is I'll put some red bush tea bags in a bucket and let the water set overnight with the tea bags. And this is a technique we got from Paynton Zoo when we first got our dart frogs here at Slimbridge.